Hi, this is Eric Martin with Board Game Geek. I'm here with Evan Johnson and
Hello.
Francois Doucet from Space Cowboys, and looking at box that did not hold up to begin with.
Yes.
Cities of Splendor.
Yes.
Sold out in the first day.
It did.
You had monstrously big stacks.
We had a lot. We had, I believe between 500 and 1,000 here, and they sold out like that.
Okay, done. Well, it is well anticipated.
Yes.
It's a well-known game.
Yes.
With some awesome things in it, and now you switch things up with the 4 modules in here.
Exactly.
Which are all individual. Don't combine them.
Correct. Yes, there are 4 different expansions within the game. As you said, they're all separate. They all kind of offer a unique twist on how the game works, how to play the game.
Yeah. So you want to run through the 4?
Absolutely.
We'll move them in the overhead shot, or
all right. So first here we've got the trading posts. So this adds this route to the Orient board here. As you get the cards shown here, you can unlock powers for yourself. So for instance, if at the end of my turn I have 2 whites, I might take my little coat of arms and put it on there. And then whenever I take 2 gems of the same color, I can take 1 gem of any other color.
Yeah.
Simple enough. Over here, I might, every time I take a card, I also get a gem. Okay, I need 3 red and 1 white card to unlock that.
Okay, and these build up. It's not like you have 1 and that's it.
Correct. You can have multiple. In fact, this power over here gives you a prestige point for every coat of arms you have on the board.
Okay.
So definitely an incentive to get more than 1 there.
Okay. Get 5 in a noble, extra 5 points, which just possibly is just instant win.
Yeah, can launch you to victory.
All of them can be instant wins.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this one, your gold can count as 2 of the same color instead of just 1. So improving the power of your gold there.
Okay. So it sort of ramps up the game a little bit, with a little extra power in terms of things.
It helps to play up kind of the engine building aspect of the game.
Give some acceleration to the game a bit. Games tend to be slightly shorter.
Okay.
And you have to be very careful with the other players because, as you said, 5 points plus 3, for instance. If you just got your noble, it's plus 8.
Right.
And you win at 15. So
I played it once. Turning this on, I had 4 jokers, and it was just like,
I can buy anything.
You zoom into the back row.
Yeah.
So yes. Very good. All right. So aside from this,
trading post. This expansion is the strongholds. So the way this works is everyone is going to have 3 of their color. Whenever you claim a development card, you can place one of your strongholds on a card or remove an opponent's stronghold from a card.
Okay.
If your stronghold is on a card, no other player can claim or reserve that development card, so it kind of reserves it for you. Okay. And with that, it might seem logical to spread them out, and hold as many as possible. However, if you have all 3 of your strongholds on the same card, you can claim it without spending an action.
Okay.
You have to spend the gems as usual, but I can buy this card, put my 3rd stronghold, and then immediately buy that card.
Okay.
So it.
And you just bought a card when doing that.
Exactly.
So
then you put another stronghold. Correct.
Yes. Okay.
So that adds kind of a more of a combo element to the game.
Combos and interactions.
Yeah.
Meaning being mean, by the way.
Yeah. If they need that card, and you're like, I think I will put my stronghold on it.
That's right.
Very different ways of playing it. Some players use it like kind of blocking maneuver, but eventually trying to put your 3 strongholds on the same card, it's usually useful because it allows you to make impossible things in Splendor, like getting 2 cards at the same turn and then taking a noble or stuff like that.
Right.
Or even taking the tokens and taking the gems and then buying the cards immediately. So.
Yeah, and of course, every time that you can claim a card without spending an action, you're literally shaving a turn off how long it takes you to win.
Yes.
So, you're getting that much closer to victory.
Okay.
So that is the strongholds.
All right.
Over here, yes. So this is the cities. There are 7 of these tiles. They're all double-sided with different things on each end. These replace the noble tiles from the game, so you no longer play the noble tiles, and you no longer play to 15 points. Instead, the game ends, or the last round is triggered when someone gets one of these cities. They all have different requirements, usually a number of points, and then a certain amount of cards that you would have to get. So for instance, 16 points and 1 of every color. Versus you could go as low as like 11 points, but you need 3 white, 3 blue, 3 red, 3 black. You know,
Okay.
so more stringent requirements on kind of what cards you get. This is probably the simplest of the 4 expansions, or the easiest to understand at least. And it really kind of changes the way that you need to approach the game.
Yeah, it's a sneaky expansion because it seems very simple, and it changes actually everything, because you must find a way to reach one of the 3 objectives, 3 goals, and 15 points is not enough. And believe me, when you reach 15 points at Splendor and you're like, okay, so I've lost, it's very frustrating, so you need to be very careful, because with 4 players, for instance, there won't be a city for everybody. So not only you must be the first one to get it, but also you must watch over what everybody's doing.
Right. If a city, you know, if you and I are fighting over this one city, you know, we're contesting blue cards and white cards, it's very likely that neither of us is going to get it. So, but that's like, which of us breaks first? Like, if I go and choose this strategy, does that just open the way for you to get this one? Like, if I just given you the win by breaking away first, it's very subtle and very interesting.
Right. Yeah, I can see as well, because the nobles give you targets to shoot for, but you can't ignore them.
Of course.
And now, no.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And so then the 4th expansion is the Orient cards here. So this is these cards. You would have your normal, you know, your 3 rows of 4, the standard cards.
Yep.
You also set up these cards over here. You have them, just like.
So you have supplemental decks again with the level 1, 2, and 3.
Yep.
Just like the standard game.
Yep. Exactly. And you put up 2 cards of those.
Expanding.
And these cards have all kinds of kind of different powers. So for instance, this one counts as 2 gold. You have to discard it to use it. Cards like this is a double gem bonus. You know, this means that you can claim a level 1 card for free when you get this card. The money bag, when you get it, you have to immediately associate it with any other card, and it becomes a bonus of that color.
Okay.
Then there are like this cost up here. To claim that, you have to discard 2 blue bonuses. And then there's a final one in here, which is somewhere in here. Basically, it lets you
Reserve noble.
Yeah, if you take that, you can reserve a noble when you take it. So only you can get it. So this is one of my favorite expansions in the box. It adds kind of a new level of flavor, right? There's all kinds of new powers. You can pull off some really crazy cool things. It kind of centers a lot around the nobles because you can very quickly meet a noble's requirements.
These, for instance, counts as 2 cards, 2 black cards. So and these, of course, are like wild cards. So basically, it becomes much easier to target a noble and get it.
Yes.
Which is something we wanted to insist on. Each expansion is supposed to change a very specific part of the game, and that's why you can't make them. Because we just want to change one thing at a time.
Okay. Yeah, as well, because you have the combo here also for the nobles. Get a new card, you get 2 at once.
Yeah.
And 2 different colors. So
yes.
Yep.
Okay. So there you go.
Yeah.
Cities of Splendor expansion out here at Gen Con, but in stores.
Just a couple weeks. It's very close.
September 2017.
Yep.
There you go. All right, Evan, Francois, thank you.
Yeah.